with my co-host Matt. How are you doing this evening, Matthew?
Doing good, man. On to the NFL draft. Ovi just broke the record, but tonight is
Yes,
football, you
sir.
know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Congratulations to
Yeah,
Ovi.
it's
Eighth
incredible, man.
and 90, what, 95,
Incredible.
right?
Yeah, man, and counting, and
Yes,
counting.
sir.
But
Definitely
but
making that
we
history.
have the draft later on this month, man. So before we get excited about hockey, man, we got to figure out what's going on with this draft class, man.
Oh yeah. The NFL draft is this month, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be capitalizing on this draft this whole entire month leading up to the draft. That means we are going to have our analysts each episode leading up to the draft. We're going to talk about the first five draft picks, and then after that, we're going to talk about the next five draft picks we think will be taken for the teams in the NFL draft. And we're also going to have some guests coming up on the show to talk about their respective teams and what they believe what they should have in the upcoming draft for their teams to help them propel for the next upcoming season. So, as we will talk about, number one, as in the Tennessee Titans, since they are choosing number one, who should they choose? A lot of people think they're going to choose a QB. You know, they don't think looks like Will Levis is not going to be.
He's not in the equation,
Yeah,
man.
so we got some nice talent this NFL draft. So it looks like you got Shador and then you got Cam Ward as the top two quarterbacks going into this draft. A lot of people think Cam Ward's going to go number one, or the number one
I think
quarterback
so.
getting taken off the draft at least. So that won't be a surprise. If it's not Cam Ward, I won't be surprised if it's Shador. But I do believe that Titans will take excuse me, a quarterback number one.
But I really believe it's Cam Ward, man, and we've talked about it before. I just think he's going to be better in the long run. But uh, but let's say that they do go with Cam Ward. What happens with the Browns at two?
I don't know. I won't be surprised if the Browns. Honestly, the Browns could choose Shador. If Cam Ward does go number one, or
Okay,
any
so
other quarterback. But I
would
won't be
would the
surprised if
Browns
they
take a
didn't.
quarterback there, regardless of who goes first at QB there? Then do the Browns come in and take a quarterback?
I don't know. Um, they could
Because
pick the next best available player. They could take Abdul. They could take
that's what I'm saying.
Travis
That's what I'm
Hunter.
saying. Everyone's saying that. So like all the experts have Cam Ward, then Abdul, and they have the Patriots taking Hunter. At four, they have Shadur at three going to the Giants. So what do you think about that? Do you really think it will go Cam Ward, Abdul, Shadur, and then Hunter?
They could actually. They could. Won't be surprised. Or it could go Cam Ward, Travis, then Shador.
And then Abdul at four then, huh?
Yeah.
Because Mike Vrabel's gonna jump on that if he's there at four, man.
Yes.
Yeah, he probably would. Yeah, the best edge in the draft. Yeah, he probably in his first year as coach, he probably would take that. But
Right.
but Travis Hunter, I thought I saw the Patriots liked him too, man. It really is crazy because I really fully expect Cam Ward to go first. It would shock me if they don't, honestly. Because
Yeah.
then whoever you're getting, if it's not Shadur, you're going in there with Will Levis moving forward, man. I don't think you can do
Yeah. You're right. I don't
it.
know, bro. That's kind of crazy. Um. Yeah. I guess it all depends on that. And then, all right, number three with the Giants. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who the Giants if they would take.
So realistically, who would be there for them? So either the idea that they pick third, one of the two quarterbacks will probably be there, or Hunter or Abdul, right? So like who else would you consider to be a top five guy? Do you think Austin Gentee would be in the top five? That's what they have on the best available for ESPN.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna go top five. It'll be really surprising if he does go top five. I think he'll be top 10 for sure.
Well, they have Mason Graham from Michigan as well.
But yeah, Mason Graham, I believe will probably go top five. He's a top defensive lineman in the class. So yeah,
Well, the Jags
most
pick
time D
fifth.
linemen pretty quick.
The Jags
If
pick
he
fifth
doesn't
though.
now, if he doesn't go top five, he'll definitely be top 10. Um, the Jags, does that really have him at as number five?
That's who picks fifth. Yeah, but they have
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, so I mean they're gonna commit. They got a new head coach. I mean, do they go Austin Gentee top five right there? Could they? Could he? Where do you think? Do you think he's going to be a first rounder?
Austin Gentry, yeah, he will be a first rounder.
So do you think he'll go maybe fifth overall to the Jags? Do you think he'll drop to the top 15? Do you think he'll go to the top 20? What do you think?
I think he'll go top 10. I think he'll go top 10.
All right, but I'm looking at the top 10. So the Jets pick seventh. They have Brees Hall. They're not going to do it. They have the Panthers maybe at eight.
Yeah,
The Saints have The Saints are at nine. They have Kamara, but then 10 is the Bears.
could. Bears could take him.
Bears at 10. I can honestly see the Cowboys at 12 doing it too.
I can see them taking him too. They need a running back. I won't be surprised if. I also won't be surprised if teams
Yo,
start
how about
trading for their picks.
how about the Bengals at 17, man? They could go get Austin Gentee.
Yeah, but he's gonna be gone by then though.
You better hope.
He's gonna be gone.
Because he's not going past that.
He's not going
They
that far.
need. He's not going that well. Like I said, there's a lot of people who probably are dropping him down to the 20s. Remember, Derrick Henry went to the 20s. Remember that.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna go to the Bengals though.
At 17, why not, dude? They say, fuck it. We pay
They need
all this money for three guys on offense, and bam, by the way, we have another on a rookie contract. I think that's great. Because listen, it's not like we can pay for any more offensive weapons. You got to draft them,
they
right?
need
Yeah.
they need defense.
I know that would really piss a lot of people off if they got him. It would piss all their defense. But listen, I'm telling you, man, sometimes people will just take the plunge, man. Like I could totally see if he's there at 17 that he wouldn't go further than that.
Okay.
But the Cowboys have the 12th pick. They don't have their long-term answer. I mean, Pollard's not really going to be there, is he? The 49ers pick 11th. They have Christian McCaffrey. They're not going to take him.
Yeah.
Who are some defensive guys, man? First rounders that you know of.
Well, we already said Mason Graham. So Mason Graham's definitely going to be on.
How about Jalen Walker from Georgia?
Jalen Walker's going to be a beast. He's going to be taken. He's definitely going to be taken like top 10, top 15 ish.
Okay, they also have a Mikael Williams from Georgia, the same edge.
Yeah. So that's where I think he's going to go. Depending on if there's any trades or anything, yeah, that's where I think he'll go.
Oh, dude,
The team. You got oh my gosh, what is his name? What's the guy?
what position?
He's a cornerback.
I got you, man. What school?
My gosh.
Is it Michigan? They have Will Johnson.
Nah, I think he played for like Texas.
Oh, Jahadi Barron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Jahadi Barron. All right. But
He
listen, man. How about so that's your cornerback? There's Travis Hunter. They have him as the second corner, actually, behind Hunter.
Yeah, he's gonna be a beast.
All right, okay. But how about I'm hearing a lot of things for wide receivers, man. Is this guy McMillan from Alabama or Arizona? Will he be the first one that gets taken? That is like a lot of talk. Because I always thought this guy Ubuka from Ohio State was like the best one.
Yeah, I think so. I think he is the best. But I mean, that's what they got on there.
But you know, the most familiar name to me is Isaiah Bond, right, from Texas, and they have him as the 10th wide
Yeah,
receiver. But he's number 10, man. All these guys in front of him, I've never heard of them.
yeah. That's how it is, bro. That's how it
But
is.
here's the top five wide receivers. They have McMillan from Arizona, Matthew Golden from Texas,
Yeah, Matthew Golden's pretty good.
Jaden Higgins from Iowa State, Emeka Ubuka from Ohio State, and
Yeah.
Trey Olson from Ole Miss.
Okay. You know who I think the Browns might select as a quarterback in the draft, though?
Who?
I won't be surprised if they pick up Jackson Dart.
Wouldn't surprise me either. You know, the thing about these quarterbacks, we have a lot of good quarterbacks in this class that could not necessarily step into roles where they have to be the guy. You know, they could be
Right.
backup, man. You know, I mean, Will Howard from Ohio State, Quinn Ewers, Dylan Gabriel. I mean, hell, dude, all these guys, man, all these guys can lead a solid backup quarterback role. It may be, you know, but you know, who are the teams that are really going to take this? The Saints will have one of those guys, I promise you, dog. I'm telling you right now, these guys you see in the top 10 quarterbacks, you know, the top two are obviously going in the first round somewhere, right? But then, you know, Jackson Dart, Jalen Milrow may go first round. But like I said, Ewers, Howard, Dylan Gabriel, teams like the Saints are going to take them in the second round. What do you
Right.
think? Who do you think is a team that could totally take one of these quarterbacks in the second round?
That's if the I that's what I'm saying. Like some of these teams could probably do some trades and trade up for him.
Well, you know, there's always that idea like how the Ravens got Lamar with the Patriots. You got to go up and get the first rounder.
Yeah.
I
So
thought about that too, man. The Commanders picked 29th. We may because of all the trades we may trade down out of here.
good.
I could totally see Adam Peters trading down and getting like two second rounders out of this.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
no, it really wasn't because you factor in the Lattimore deal, the Debo deal, and then now the Tunsil deal. Yeah, I could totally see it.
right.
Unless
I mean,
somebody there that they love, man, you know. How about you for the Ravens? You guys picked 27.
yeah,
You picked two
yeah.
picks before us, man. That's wild.
We're either gonna get an edge rusher, D lineman, or a corner. Somebody on defense for sure.
All right, so let's see who they got out there. So from their rankings, they have Wilder Nolan from Old Miss or Azari Thomas from Florida State. So you could totally draft that Ohio State wide receiver. That would be crazy for you guys.
If he's still there, but yeah,
You could, dude. You never know.
never know. But I think we're probably gonna go for like a defense. Will be dope though.
Do
But
you have any prospects to look for that stand out to you that maybe we didn't talk about?
no, I think we pretty much covered like the first, the first five, the first good five. We could talk about the Raiders, the Jets, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Bears in the next episode.
This is, they all need quarterbacks except for the Bears now.
Yep. So, for everyone, thank you for tuning in to Sports Battery this tonight. Tonight, sorry, talking about the first five picks for the teams for the upcoming draft. Um, this was just a small conversation about a small, quick conversation about the names that are out there right now floating around for these respective teams for the first 5 picks. Some of these teams, or one of these teams, could trade for their picks, so we'll see. But yeah, tune in for the next episode of Sports Battery for our NFL Draft special for the next 5 picks NFL Draft. We'll see you guys soon. Peace out.